Okay, here's the problem. We have a box and there are some red counters in it and there are some blue counters in it, but we don't know how many of each yet. What we have been told is that the ratio of red counters to blue counters is 1 to 4. So there are 4 times as many blue counters as red. Okay? Now, Linda reaches into this box and takes 2 counters. And we're told that the probability of her choosing 2 red counters is 6 out of 155. And we have to work out the number of red counters originally in the box. Okay, right. First thing to note with these sort of questions is when you're reaching in and taking 2 counters, okay, yes, she's grabbing them at the same time, but that is mathematically identical to reaching in, taking 1, bringing it out, leaving it out of the box, and then reaching in and taking a second one. The point is, it's probability without replacement. You're not replacing that first counter in the box after you've taken it out. Reaching in, randomly grabbing 2 counters is mathematically identical to reaching in, grabbing 1, not replacing it, then reaching in and grabbing another. Okay. That's important. Good. So, how do we go from, or where do we go from here? We have to work out the number of red counters. So, we need to introduce our own variable for the number of red counters, because that's the thing we're trying to find. Let's call it x. Okay? Now, how are we going to use this information? We know that, get rid of my fingerprint, there are 4 times as many blue counters as red counters. Okay? So, if there are x red counters, there are 4x blue counters. And a total of 5x counters in the box. So we've got x red counters, 4x blue, and a total of 5x. Good, okay? Now, the probability that she picks 2 red is that. We're going to work out what the probability of choosing 2 red counters is. We're going to write it in terms of x. And then that's our equation. We'll have x on this side equals 6 over 155. And then we can work out x, which is what we want. So what's the probability of choosing 2 red counters? Okay, so we're going to treat it, like I said, as 2 separate grabs, one after the other, without replacement, because you're not putting the first one back. So the probability of choosing 2 red is the same as the probability of choosing a red with the first pick and then another red with the second pick. So what's that? So actually let's write that out. Probability of 2 red overall is the same as the probability of the red with the first pick. Okay, red with the first pick times the probability of a red with the second pick. Okay? So that's important. The probability of something happening and then something else happening, you multiply the probabilities. So probability of 2 red overall is probability of red with the first pick multiplied by the probability of the red with the second pick. But it's probability without replacement. So that second one, the probability of the red of the second pick, you have to bear in mind that you've already chosen a red with the first one, and that affects this probability. So it's really the probability of choosing a red with the second pick, given that you got a red with the first pick. Okay, let's get rid of this. So because it's probability without replacement, the fact you've chosen a red with the first pick affects what the second probability would be. If you'd chosen a blue with the first pick, that would be different. Okay, so probability without replacement. Good. So, what is the probability of choosing a red with the first pick? Well, it's the number of red counters in the box divided by the total number of counters, which is number of red counters in the box. There's X red initially, so it's X divided by total number of counters. We've said there are 4X blue and 5X total. So it's X divided by 5X. Does that make sense? You've got this box, X of them are red, there's 5X in total. So randomly grabbing a counter, the probability of choosing a red is X out of 5X. Okay? So that's that. Times, right, probability of a red with the second pick, given that we've already chosen a red and it's out of the box. We haven't replaced it. How many reds are there in the box now? We've already chosen a red and haven't put it back, so there's therefore X minus 1 reds in the box. What's the total number of counters in the box now? We've already taken a red with the first pick and not put it back. So there's 1 fewer. It's 5X minus 1 counters in the box now. So that, X minus 1 over 5X minus 1, is a probability of choosing a red with the second pick, given that we've already chosen a red with the first pick. That's it. That's the probability of choosing 2 reds. And we're told that that is equal to 6 over 155. So let's put 6 over 155 there. And that's it. We've got our equation. We've won. Just a bit of algebra now and we find X. So that's how you do it. Okay? Right. Quickly, let's do the algebra. Let's multiply this side out. So we get 6 over 155 equals X times X minus 1. Let's put these in brackets, because it's that multiplied by the whole of this. So X times X is X squared, X times minus 1 is minus X. Right, this one, 5X times 5X, 25X squared. 5X times minus 1 is minus 5X. Good. Let's bring this lot up here and the 155 up there. So we get, in other words, we're multiplying both sides by 25x minus 5x. So on the top here, we get 6 times 25x squared minus 5x, which is 6 times 25 is 150. So we get 150x squared minus 5x times 6 is minus 30x. Multiply both sides by 155 and we get 155x squared minus 155x. Good. Let's get the x squareds over here. No, let's get the x squareds over there because that one's bigger. So subtract 150x squared from both sides, we get 5x squared. Add 155x to both sides, and we get 125x. Cancel an x on both sides, an x there. X times x there, that leaves just x. Divide both sides by 5, and we get x equals 25. There we go. There are 25. There were originally, before we reach in and grab any counters, there were 25 red counters in the box. That's how it's done. Okay, now we've done the question, okay, we've already got full marks, But I just want to show you what the probability tree diagram would look like for this question. Okay, so we'll draw it like this. Okay, the general form of a probability tree diagram. Now, at each point we can either choose a red counter or a blue counter. Okay, so with the first pick, it can either be red or blue. Okay, same with the second pick. You can either choose a red counter or a blue counter. Okay, now we write here what the probabilities of each one of these is. So with the first pick here, it's going to be either red or blue. Probability of choosing a red counter is, there are X red counters. Okay, so it's X out of a total in the box is 5X. Right? Okay, probability of choosing a blue counter with the first pick. There are 4X blue counters out of a total of 5X. So it's 4X out of 5X. Okay? These, of course, can be simplified. X's cancel, it's just a fifth. Okay? So it's equal to a fifth. Same as that X's cancel, it's just 4/5. Okay? Right. Probability of choosing a red counter, given that you've already chosen a red. Well, there are now X minus 1 red counters in the box, and there's a total of 5X minus 1, because it's probability without replacement. We haven't put that first red counter back. So that's 5X minus 1. Okay? Probability of choosing a blue counter with the second pick. Right, how many blue counters in the box? We chose a red one with the first pick, so all the original blues are still there. So there are therefore 4X blue counters in the box. Out of a total, we've already taken one counter out, a total of 5X minus 1. Okay? Right, probability of choosing a red counter with the second pick, given that we chose a blue one with the first pick. Well, how many red counters are there in the box? All of the original still remains. We chose a blue originally, so there is still X in the box. Out of a total of, it's always going to be 5X minus 1. Okay? And finally, probability of choosing a blue counter with the second pick, given that we chose a blue with the first. How many blue counters are there in the box? Well, there were 4X originally. We've chosen a blue, so there's 4X minus 1 now. Out of a total of 5X minus 1. Okay? So that's what the probability tree diagram looks like. And we can work out from the probability tree diagram what the probability of each of these four things happening is. What's the probability of choosing a red counter, then another red counter? What you do is multiply the probabilities of each branch together. So you multiply that number by that number. So it's going to be a fifth times X minus 1 over 5X minus 1. Okay, which is X minus 1 over 25X minus 5. Okay, so the probability of choosing a red then a blue is that times that, so that's going to be a fifth times 4X over 5X minus 1, which is 4X over Same thing, 25x minus 5 here. That times that, a blue then a red, is 4/5 times x over 5x minus 1, which is 4x over 25x minus 5. And finally, probability of a blue then a blue is 4/5 times that. So 4/5 times 4x minus 1 over 5x minus 1, which is 16x minus 4 over 25x minus 5. Okay, so there you are. Notice that these two are the same. Why is that? Well, choosing a red and then a blue is equally likely as choosing a blue then a red. It turns out that they're equally probable. Okay? And choosing two reds is different to choosing two blues, because we know that there are 4 times as many blues as there are reds, so you would expect these two probabilities to be different, and indeed they are. So there you go, that is the probability tree. We didn't need it to solve this question, but for your general education, that is what it would look like. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drjem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.